Hi, everyone. We had a question come in from an anonymous person who wants to know, being a home-based small business entrepreneur, um, it's really difficult to take holiday and vacation time. And so this question comes in as something really interesting for me to probe at. If you could holiday anywhere in the world, you didn't have to worry about expense or time or any of that kind of stuff, where would you choose and why? Okay, well, honestly, I'd rather be in my own home and in my own yard. Despite the fact that I've personally worked and lived from California, all the way up to, the Arctic Circle. Um, in my previous years. Despite that, today I'm really not much for traveling. I suffer from an anxiety disorder, for one thing, ever since the accident. And travel itself, because of the old injuries, it wakes them up. It's very, very difficult when you're moving around all the time. You're getting jerked and standing and sitting for long periods of time. It's really, really painful for someone with back and neck issues. So for me, traveling is really not something I enjoy. Uh, as an entrepreneur, as I said, it's really hard to take time off out of the office. So you have to really plan well ahead of time. You have to know that you have all your blog posts being scheduled ahead of time. Your advertisings, are all being scheduled ahead of time. Your emails, your newsletters, everything that you're taking care of has to be scheduled well ahead of a time, and then also going beyond the vacation date, because when you come back you're often exhausted and you're trying to get back into the cycle, and things like that are happening. And so you need to allow for that extra time before and after the holiday. So for me, that just isn't feasible. It isn't possible. However, I really enjoy having my roots and digging in my roots and just getting comfortable with that now. I don't need the stress and the anxiety and the rush and the excitement. We've created a little garden paradise here on our little property. And in that privacy, we've got these little private pockets where we can sit and enjoy, and what we've built, and the birds and bees and all of that. So I really enjoy watching the birds just soar around and search for food and get their playful antics and things like that. Watching the bees, listening to the trickling fountains, and just hearing the sounds in the neighborhood, like wind going through our trees and plants, and laughter of neighbors. I just find that really calming and settling, and peaceful and joyful. Gardening is kind of like my meditation, my yoga, my golf. So, I get all that, all those benefits from my gardening, and besides, producing food that's healthy and all that. In the winter, I really enjoy turning into a little winter cozy hibernating bear. I love curling up with the girls. I'm going to focus, on the couch, my dogs. I'll be watching movies or doing puzzles or reading or writing creatively, enjoying the craft again. I'm also going to take the time to like delve into my e-courses, or, other, study materials or research materials. I'm going to be delving really deeply into manuscript development, because this is really the time to do it. You're in that cozy mode and you can really focus on the office activities. People have asked me, you work from home, you vacation at home, you stay at home all the time. Dave has the Jeep, you're pretty much at home all the time. Doesn't that feel a little bit claustrophobic? Don't you get a little antsy? And honestly, no, I don't. I never have felt claustrophobic, even when we lived, way up in the mountains in a cabin on 40 forested acres and all of that, pretty isolated. Didn't really feel it there either. I guess I just, because I keep busy and I have so many interests that I'm constantly working at. Um, for me, like winter is also going to be my baking time. I'm baking bread and making stews and all that kind of cozy activity type things. Here at the property, we have a nice little tiny hot tub area. We have a very small but nice deck, which you can see here in the image behind me. And this was taken a couple of years ago in the winter. Um, we have like these nice sitting areas to enjoy out there. Honestly, I'm done with adventures and stress and excitement and vaccines and travel and delays and sitting and all of that. I hate dressing up. I never wear makeup, as you can see. Thank goodness there's filters on Zoom. I brush my hair, I put on a nice shirt. This is it. For me, wearing a bra is torture. I only do it when I have to. I just want to snuggle in and feel the comfort and relaxation of being myself. Uh, in the moment and not trying to be anything else. You could definitely say that Dave and I are staycation type people. We do like to take drives, to surrounding communities and cities and up and down the valley and to the lakes and things like that, to take in the beauty around us and, have a little campfire for the afternoon where it's appropriate in the right season. And, visit with people along the way and drop into those yummy restaurants that we've discovered over the years. Those kinds of things we like to do on occasion, and those are our special moments, our stolen special moments that, away from home. So I suppose if I was gonna leave the house and do something, that would be it. I would go for a nice drive and have a beautiful meal and visit with some friends, possibly on the way back or on the way there, and just take in the elements around us because, as you can see, it's a beautiful area, and we need to pause and take moments to appreciate it. Thank you for that question. I really appreciate that.